Well, this is going to be one of those interesting days. I don't have much of a news day today. So nobody's doing nothing bad to anybody. Well, at least we haven't found out about it. So we're going to do a question and answer. Lavish is in class, so we're going to do a question and answer today. This is going to be Ask Me Anything Tuesday. We haven't done one of these in a while. So anything you guys want to ask me, if there's any folks that want to ask me anything, we'll do that right after this. So I'll be back in a minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up on this YouTube. Biker News craze came about, but the man on the channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name is Black Dragon. Started in the Navy and best from the mighty Black Sabbath, not the band. I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. We're apprentice dues and learn the stripes from prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters. There have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like with the cowboy, the most kung fu that gets Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Yourself educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Display on repeat in your brain till you're feeling all my pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. Even when you feel low,
You might as well. You might as well. You might as well. I'm Black Dragon, and it's good to see you this morning. Hey, man. I hope you guys are having a good day today. It's Tuesday here. Is it Tuesday? I'd be forgetting what days it is. Yeah, it is Tuesday. Tuesday in this beautiful, beautiful city of Atlanta. It's starting to get chilly out here, man. So it's going to be, I guess it's already fall, so we're seeing it. And, man, I want to thank you guys, all of my old subscribers, and I want to thank you for the new subscribers that we got coming in. Really do appreciate you guys as always. It looks like we're tipping the scale somewhere at 200 and oh my goodness, 232,000 subscribers, man. So I'm just very happy about that. I want to thank everybody today. So what I want to do, I don't have much of a show today because we just don't, there's no like real breaking news, and I haven't done an MC Protocol video out there. So I want to do a question and answer thing today. You guys haven't asked me anything in a while, so we haven't done one of these in a while. So this is the connection. The Lavish T. Williams is in class learning how to be a mortician. So I know he's got his headphones on. I just talked to him, and I certainly appreciate all of his help and everything. And he may even chime in on some questions. You need to be paying attention in class, man. I live in Oregon. I see a biker who belongs to the Outsiders. That's a motorcycle club up there. He stops and takes his cutoff and folds it inside out and heads into Portland. His cut says Eagle Creek. Why would he turn it inside out? So the Outsiders, if I remember right, are a 1% motorcycle club out there. And I don't know why this particular person is turning his colors inside out, but you know, a lot of things that 1%ers go through, the rest of us don't. And sometimes riding alone through a city, it could have been somebody else's territory, or they could be at odds with someone. They could have a no-fly order for whatever reason. But a lot of times they'll do that because cops will pick on them and single them out for prosecution and illegal search and seizure and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes when you're trying to get through town. You got somewhere to go. You got a job to be on, whatever the case may be. You might come out of those colors, man. You might have to come out of those colors because you just really don't have time for the hassle. So any of all those things could be apparent. K Black says probably not supposed to be flying his rags in that state. That could be another reason as well. So these are there's the 1% community. I mean, they have a whole lot that they're dealing with. For us, we spend a lot of time just hanging out and having a good time in a 99% world. But they have a much bigger world that they have to go through. Anyway, I'm here this morning for questions. Any questions you guys might have of me, I'm going to spend a small amount of time on this morning. I didn't want to just like not do a show, but I really didn't have a lot to do a show on this morning. So please send me questions. Don't have me sitting up here looking crazy. Let's see. Black Dragon, a few years back, you were on your way to a club event and you heard your brothers were in a bad wreck. You rode up on an accident on the scene and went live here. I always wanted to ask why you went live. I think, is that what you're asking me? Why did I go live? Yeah, I rode up on that scene. And actually, it was on the way back from the scene. So I don't know if I went live on the way there. On the way there, I was completely exasperated. And I already knew before I got to that scene that several of my club brothers and or sisters were dead because I was sitting at a gas pump talking on the phone, and a truck driver and his wife came up to me and told me 3 hours down the road there were motorcycles burned up and dead bodies laying next to those motorcycles. They hadn't even been covered up yet, and that traffic was backed up for just miles and miles and miles. So I was riding 100 miles an hour to get there. And when I got there, of course, I was in a screwed up state of mind, and the police wouldn't let me through. It was raining and all that. So I think the video you saw was actually I don't think I filmed going there. The video you saw was coming home. So coming home, it was now 3 or 4 days later, 2 or 3 days later, we went to Tulsa. We went to Tulsa to go to the Black Wall Street rally. So on the way back, I wanted to stop and put markers there. And Arkansas is a state that doesn't do markers. If your markers are there, they won't be there long because as soon as they come through and cut the grass or whatever, they're going to pick those markers up or throw them away, whatever the case may be. But this is before I knew all that. So I wanted to do markers there, and it was my plan to put a big elaborate crosses up and all that sort of thing, and they would be there forever. Mile marker 22 and a half. Mile marker 22.5 in Little Rock, Arkansas, are where my club brother and sisters died. So when I walked up on that scene, I saw body parts scattered everywhere. I mean, not even like an arm or a leg, but like an ear, a chin, a torso. And they had been so badly burned 3 days later, like the torso was nothing but white bones. If you can imagine like the back part of somebody's back, the back part of their spine, their hips and their tailbone laying there on the ground, bleached white. It was the most. So why did I go live? I went live because I was absolutely incensed. I was angry, and I wanted to document the incident. I wanted to document it in case the family wanted to sue or any other thing. And because I have been carrying a camera since I was, I want to say 22 or 23 years old is when I first started my life as a photographer. I was a photographer. As a matter of fact, that's how I got into the Black Sabbath. I embedded myself kind of like Hunter Thompson. You guys might remember him. Or like in the movie The Bike Riders, the guy who told the story was a photographer. That's kind of how I came to the Black Sabbath. I mean, they'll tell you all the time. He just showed up one day in these foofy shoes and slacks and cameras draped around his over his neck, and I was a cameraman. So I've been carrying a camera. I've been a cameraman. I've been a photographer, a photojournalist for my entire adult life, and so that is kind of like a reaction for me. I've always had a camera, and now with these camera phones, you don't even have to have a camera anymore. And I wanted to document that. I wanted to keep it, and I wanted to tell the world about it. And I wanted to tell the world how angry I was, and have something done immediately about the bones and body parts of my brother and two sisters lying out in the ground. And I don't blame the Arkansas folks, the PD, the mortician, the forensic examiner, or any. I don't blame them. It was raining so bad. It was the middle of the night. They don't really have a lot of resources for that sort of thing, and they have a lot of volunteers, and trying to pick up as many body parts as you can in the middle of the rain. And the scene was absolute. This guy hit my brothers and sisters at over at about 100 miles an hour head on, and he was completely drunk. I think he got life. So yeah, that's what happened. That's why I went live, William. And not everybody at my club was happy that I did that. But yeah, that's what happened. Falsto, are you going to start a new club? Stand by. You will stand back and stand by. I will answer that question at a later time, but I will let you know that I don't intend to be sat down by anyone, especially for something I did not do. Just in my mind, I have to gather up. Do I have at 61 years old, do I have the desire to live the life at that level if I were to do something like this? Anyway, what is that, Kubota Hun? What's that about? Because he got busted to a prospect. Who are we talking about? Anyway, this is question and answer day. Ask me whatever you want. What's up, brother Solo? Oh, how do I say this? Solu DX1, or Solo UDX1. That could be that too. It could be Solu or Solo UDX1. What's up, man? Much respect to you as well. Thank you, Black Dragon, for answering my question. Thank you for asking the question. Tommy Manick, seeing that the information against you is obviously a lie, do you think it's possible that external forces are trying to destroy the Black Sabbath? No, it's not external forces. It's the national president, his national secretary, and a handful of his cronies. They want to consume and assume the power of a motorcycle club that they did not build. And there are 2 or 3 other factions fighting to take control. Now, the one big fat 1,000-pound elephant in the room was Black Dragon, and they felt like they, one of my club brothers did a TikTok this morning that I found particularly cool. And I almost felt like this was my TikTok that he made. But the Black Dragon was, I'm gonna try not to say so many ums, but the Black Dragon was obviously in the way for a lot of people, and they felt like we'll go after him, and then once we get him out of the way, then we can continue to fight among ourselves, and that would probably work for most people. Here's this really cool video that my club brother made, and I still call this particular guy a brother. I thought this was really cool, right?
If those motherfuckers gotta get together to team up to go against you, then they already know how fucking powerful you are by yourself. If those motherfuckers gotta get together to team up to go against you, then they already know how fucking powerful you are by yourself.
And that's the way I feel about it. So they came at me from all these different ways, all these different people, and I was like, wow, I must be a pretty badass 61-year-old, or you don't feel like you need to follow the rules to try to get rid of me. So I think that was really cool. How in the world did all of that get left behind? K Black, it got left behind because, like I said, those folks were taxed. Listen, and a lot of folks would have thought I was angry. No, I was angry when it happened, but after I talked to the medical examiner, I lost all animus towards them. They were really taxed. They had a volunteer fire department, and it was a horrendous scene. It was a scene so horrendous that the firefighters and stuff had to have counseling. My people were burnt alive and burnt up to crisps, and so our people, and so that's how that, and then so, and it happened at like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 in the afternoon, something like that, and it stretched. By the time I got there, so I must have learned about it at 5 or 6 or something. By the time I got there, 2 or 3 hours later, it was raining cats and dogs. It was black. The highway was littered, and there were cars backed up 30 miles, and I had to come down the shoulder. I had to deal with 18-wheelers pulling over in front of me. Some guy got out of his truck. You're going to wait in line, all that kind of shit, and almost got himself blasted into the next reality. So there was a lot going on for everybody. So that's why it all got left behind. But maybe this is a trivial question after that horrible story, but did you receive my email, my letter? No. My mail? Did you mail me a snail mail letter? No, Sven, I haven't got your letter, or was it an email? I haven't gotten either one, so I will check for them. Well, let me know if you sent me a letter or an email. If you sent me a real live letter, I need to go to my post office box and go see if it's there. Sorry to hear that you had experienced that. I've been through a similar situation. It's a very hard thing to go through daily. It's okay to not be okay. Oh yeah, man. And what I have to do, man, is I have to thank so many people. I am fortunate. If you're talking about the thing I been going through with my club, I am fortunate to have you all. 500,000, almost 500,000 subscribers across 4 platforms. That's what I have. I've got a huge family. If I've got 500,000 subscribers, there's got to be at least 1,000 solid dudes in there. Maybe 10 dude and dudettes. Maybe 10,000. Maybe 100,000. There's got to be at least 100. I've got more friends and supporters and backers than most people have in motorcycle clubs that are 100 times mine. I've got people that are my brothers and sisters that I've never even met before. Let me tell you what's really scary. I'm sitting at a gas station on my motorcycle a few years back. I had done the cross country trip to the mother chapter, and I was coming back home. And I'm sitting on my phone talking while gassing my motorcycle up with a helmet on, so you can't see who I am. And some man walks up to me and says, "Are you Black Dragon?" I said, "Yeah, I sure am." And his wife said, "I told you so." I was like, wow. How would she know? And he said, "Oh, she knows your voice. We listen to you every night. She knows exactly who your voice is." So that was that's the kind of friends I have out there. I've got people out there whose whole families, all the way down to their children, know my voice and listen to me. And so getting through this has been way easier for me than it is for some of you all singled out there, singled out, lonely, by yourselves, and a motorcycle club has decided for some political reason to put the biggest X on you they could put on you, the out bad X. For me, everybody said this is obviously a lie, it's full of shit, and it hasn't affected me. But some people in some cities, like out bad is no contact, and you become a leper. You become an absolute leper. And I actually made a video on TikTok for those guys today. I made a video on TikTok for people going through that, and I'll play that video here in just a second. So, William says, "Thanks for answering. I was always curious because the last thing I would be doing is carrying a camera with that devastation." You know, William, when we talk about cameras during devastation, I was in the American Red Cross disaster action team at 14 years old. My first disaster, seeing anything like that, was the Oklahoma-Texas Panhandle tornado that killed, I forget how many dozens of people. It took the homes away from over 350 people. I was a 14-year-old driving an American Red Cross car. These things are not possible to happen today. I was with a team of 14-year-olds. We were all, I think, in ninth grade or maybe. We were part of the American Red Cross Disaster Action Team, and we went out and we put up shelters and we fed people and we did damage triage and assessment and first aid and all that kind of stuff. And I did this from the time I was about 14 until the time I went into the military about 7 years later. I served on several search and rescue teams across the country, in California and Oklahoma and places like that. I did search and rescue. I did all kinds of stuff. I even did stuff in Africa. So I was old hat at devastating scenes and photography and stuff like that. Damage assessment, triage. Been in many places where there's been just absolute chaos and devastation. That was what I did before I went into the Navy. After I fell out of, I went to college twice. The first time I went to be a doctor, pre-med, biology, all of that stuff. I fell out of college chasing some girl. So I joined the Navy, switched to engineering, and so yeah, I've had a lot of experience at that sort of thing throughout my young life. So that wasn't as devastating to me as it was painful, and my heart was broken. Lavish says he's sitting in class. Everybody should know that that's where he is. Let me see here. Black Dragon, I have to an open invite for you to join my mighty boogie down MC Nation. And like I said, I'm gonna wait MC protocol thing. I'm going to wait my 6 months before I decide to go somewhere else. But I am I have that arrow in my quiver, Lavish. And I want to thank you for offering me. Now make sure you talk to your club. They might not want my ass. They might be like, oh, no, not him. But we shall see. So loud. How did I do that? So loud, 1%er. Is that what that is? Or just so loud? So loud X1. How did I screw that up? I said solo or solu DX1. How did I screw that? I should have seen so loud there. Oh my goodness. I'm old. What is your opinion on chaplain position in the MC world? I think the chaplain position is very important. As a matter of fact, I've got a book coming out called The Chaplain's Bible next year. And the chaplain position is very important in the MC world, like it was when I was in the motorcycle club world. Like it was when I was in the Navy, and when I was in the Red Cross, we had a chaplain for disasters and stuff like that. There was a chaplain, and in every organization I've ever been in, I want to think there was a chaplain role. And the chaplain is a very significant role for a motorcycle club, especially if a motorcycle club is wise enough to have a chaplain. And we've had a chaplain in the Black Sabbath MC. Under my administration, we had a chaplain the whole time. So the spirituality and mental acuity and the spiritual undertone of the motorcycle club is important. It's important because it also defines who we are and what we believe in. And bikers are big and tough and all that kind of stuff, but they also have a fear of God and a need for spirituality and a need for counseling. And those are all the things that a chaplain does. Counsels, leads in spirituality, leads in religion of some kind. So chaplains must be, in my opinion, they must be honest. They must be open-minded in terms of when you have a motorcycle club like mine, not everybody's a Christian. People could be other things. My motorcycle club did not discriminate about that sort of thing. So you could have been a Muslim or anything else. So if you're a chaplain, you have to be knowledgeable about as many of the kinds of people as you have in your motorcycle club. You also must be mature and you must be, have good discernment and good judgment. You got to also be able to keep a secret because you're a chaplain, people are going to come up to you. So being a chaplain in a motorcycle club is like being a chaplain in the military. There's more to it than just God. People will come to you for advice. People will come to you for counseling. A guy might be beating his wife. A guy might be thinking about suicide. A guy might be thinking about, a guy might be coming in from abuse. A lady might be coming in from abuse. You got a bunch of stuff going on. As a chaplain, you're trusted. And one of the things that a chaplain has to do is you've got to be above the fray. Like you're not a chaplain if you're always getting in trouble in the club. You're always getting suspended. You're always getting busted. You're always drunk. You're high. And then you want to come talk about God. Get out of here. It's hard to be a leader in the military if you're always getting busted and you're always in trouble. We had a guy that was a black belt, a sensei, teaching karate, but he was always getting his ass in trouble and getting busted. The military stopped him from having his personal karate school. The Navy stopped him and said, hey, you can't be a sensei. You're teaching officers and enlisted and you've got a very high position, even though you don't have a high position in the military. You got a high position of trust and authority. And here we turn around and you're getting drunk and coming up on the base with DUIs and stuff. So they removed him as a martial arts instructor until he got his shit together. So I feel that way about a chaplain. And a chaplain has to remember cleanliness is next to godliness. If you're dealing with people on a daily basis in your club in a professional kind of position, your fingernails need to be clean. Your breath needs to be clean. You need to be groomed because people see men of God as, we're all just regular old men, but people want to see men of God as something bigger and better. So you need to be clean and not intoxicated and not. That's where a lot of people have problems with these Christian clubs. Like, they can't tell who the Christians are. We're going to do a line of coke together, and then you're going to tell me thou shalt not sin. It's kind of crazy to me. So I think the chaplain position is a good position as long as the person that is being the chaplain is a mature, intelligent, experienced soul who continues your education about things like counseling and stuff like that. Then you could be a mountain in the MC. That's my thoughts on that. How much emotional control comes into play when dealing with all the challenges you deal with on a day-to-day basis, all the various club contacts you deal with? My mother used to say, and I thank you for that question. Listen, my mother used to say, to whom much is given, much is expected. To whom much is given, then there is an expectation that you're going to handle those things. And I've often said I've got wide shoulders. I never thought I would be a national president. I never thought I would be an advisor to national presidents. I never thought that a one percenter would pick up a phone and call and ask me a question about a damn thing. This was not a position I ever designed in my mind. I never designed a Black Dragon Biker TV and people would be calling me and having all the. I just wanted to make some YouTube videos and see if I could make some money. But like that chaplain guy, with this exposure comes a whole lot. One is your personal life, man. Hope that you've lived kind of decently. You develop enemies. And people challenge you, and they're looking for you. They're your friend and everything as you're building yourself. Like Bill Gates taking on the mighty giant IBM, and they were all for Bill Gates until Bill Gates became bigger than IBM. Then he became the most evil guy in the world. But there was a time when I was young that Bill Gates was a hero, not a villain. And the things that he did made, and like this guy's had a major effect and influence on regular lives of people all over the world with this DOS and later Windows and Word and all of this stuff that these guys created. They've had he had a major effect on the way the world worked. But boy, what does it cost him in terms of reputation and stuff like that? And it's going to cost anybody that does anything bigger or better than the people around them. For me, Black Dragon and Black Dragon Biker TV and Black Dragon, the national president, it has cost me dearly. Almost every friend I've ever had in the motorcycle club, gone. And I write that in my book, President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. Available on Amazon and, of course, at blackdragonsgear.com and in your bookstores, Barnes & Nobles and all that. When I wrote President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership, I said it's going to be very, very, very difficult for many of you as you step in these leadership roles to find out that the club is never for the leaders. I mean, Moses didn't make it to the promised land. You think that was because God got mad because he threw some tablets down? It was because all of the evil ass people around him. How are you going to be walking around with the regular people and you've turned, water into blood, and you've risen up vipers and you've parted oceans and stuff? How are you going to come back to being regular again? How are you going to be anything but hated? envied, I could have done that. If God had given me that rod, I could have split the oceans too. All you had to do was believe in God. Hell, he didn't do it. So after you do big things, man, it's hard to come back and settle with the regular people. Once you become the leader, the motorcycle club ain't yours no more. It's theirs. And it's your job to make it as good for them as you can, because it's always going to be a lonely place for you. No matter who you are, no matter how good or bad of a national president you are, when you put national president on your back, you just became a target. And some of these guys want that job so bad, and they ain't got no idea what's in store for them. They'll do anything. They'll kill to get it. And they don't have any idea what's in store for them. How do you deal with club officers continuing to associate with someone who was put out bad? Sometimes it seems like the vote meant nothing. Well, in my case, the national president and some of his dudes want me out bad. So bad they can taste it. So bad that they would try to put me out without a trial. So bad that they would put me out over the internet. So bad that they would destroy the reputation of our 52-year-old motorcycle club. And yet, every single solitary day, my club brothers are on the phone with me because they know what has happened to me is bullshit. So, Patrick, if you put somebody out bad and you haven't put them out for the right reasons or for reasons that everybody agreed with, like if you had a situation where, you had 50 people in the club and 49 voted to keep him in and 51 voted to put him out bad. I mean, do you really expect that those grown-ass men are not going to associate with someone that they love because they lost the vote by one or two people? We have to think about what we're asking. Out bad was always something that was used for somebody who screwed somebody's old lady, somebody who stole from the club, somebody who was like a pedophile or something, beat their old lady or raped someone. It was the most egregious things that you put somebody out bad for. Now, putting somebody out the club is supposed to be different than putting somebody out bad. If you feel like, we got to cut the cancer out of the club. But when you put somebody out bad, you destroy their entire, it used to be, you destroy their entire biker club reputation. They are no longer permitted on the motorcycle club set with anybody. And that has been so misused that out bad now just means, I left my club. Well, yeah, come on over here. Because people stop using it for those very few things. They start using it because we don't like him. He's a cancer in the club. We got to cut the cancer out. He's not cool. He had too many women in high school. We come up with all these crazy reasons to put people out bad. I don't ask for grown men to cut off their associations with somebody that they love. You just can't deal with him in a motorcycle club setting. If you want to go over and how could you ever say you were somebody's brother and then just completely cut them off, especially if what they did, they didn't really do to you. They did to somebody in the club. They didn't really do that to you. A lot of times we'll say he's out bad, don't associate with him. We're trying to hide the truth. We're trying to hide what he did. The clubs do some incredible bullshit these days. We didn't really think clubs would become like Republicans and Democrats, but they seem to have. So if I have a club officer that's continuing to associate, as long as you're not bringing that guy in the clubhouse and on the bike set, in terms of as a representative of the club, I'm not trying to be in your personal relationships like that. But But I caution you, Patrick, make sure that that person has been given, their appropriate trials and rights to appeals and all those sorts of things. Because if you're putting somebody out bad, you're destroying them in the entire MC world. And maybe they just need to be put out and not put out bad. Now, if you're talking a pedophile or something, that's a different story. That's what out bad is for. And if your people are associating with someone that really deserves to be out bad, then you have to consider whether they need to be in the club as well. Maybe they need to go too. I think that might have been the answer you were probably looking for. Hey, everyone listening as I'm TCB, much love to you all. What is TCB? Taking care of business? I mean, Lissa's out here. Start your own new shit. Yeah, that's absolutely a consideration. I have several considerations that I can make. But, leaving my 52-year-old organization that I've been in 35 years, I have to think about that. I would prospect for his club in a second. Well, I'm going to put that in my quiver of arrows as well. And I thank you guys. I thank you. But I admonish you this. You don't know me. You know the YouTube me. You know the video me. You know the me that you see sitting here in front of you as I put on my show every day. That doesn't mean I'm anything like this. I try not to curse, but that doesn't mean I don't curse like a sailor. I used to be one in the United States Navy. So I just caution you all that I'm human. And I have all the fallacies and jealousies and idiosyncrasies and ups and downs and positive and negatives as any person that's a human being on the face of the earth. You might be very disappointed with me. So please don't build me up and put me on any kind of a soapbox. I don't deserve to be there. I would hate to disappoint you. As I have obviously disappointed people in my life, especially those people who would want to take over what I built and take it and destroy it. Not only take it, but take it and destroy it. What do you think about the fact, the new trend that RCs are not having to be blessed? Well, that's not a new trend because RCs never had to be blessed. Nobody cared about riding clubs, and they were out there minding their own business. And these guys in these dominant clubs, the new guys come in and they're looking around and there's nobody to boss around. And, oh, look at those guys over there wearing RC stuff. Well, that's going to fall in our wheelhouse, too. And RC should be left the hell alone. The best, but RCs have also kind of changed. RCs are looking more like MCs. Like the biggest and best example of an RC I can give you is the Gold Wing Riders of America. That's an RC. You buy your thing, you get your patch, and you never have to worry about anything except you and your RC riding together and having fun. And there's no expectation that you're going to get up at 3:00 in the morning and you're not washing anybody's bikes. And, you're not in like necessarily a brotherhood. You're in a hobby hood, and everybody's having a hobby and having a good time. But, as RCs have started looking more like MCs with presidents and vice presidents and 3-piece patches, some of them, and properties. I've seen RCs with properties. I was like, damn, y'all know y'all an MC. Stop that. So there had been a trend to put them under MC control and COC control. And now you you may see that that's kind of going away, and that's kind of going away because people are getting tired of being effed with. It used to be that a blessing, blessings were only ever really started, to blow your mind, but blessings were only ever really started to keep MCs from impersonating MCs. Yeah, you might have the rockabilly soul angels over here, and they're in the news and people are making videos about them. It's really all so cool. Somebody down the street in another town says, let's be rockabilly soul angels. Or rockabilly soul angels. We want to be one too. Next thing you know, you got some guy 3 towns over wearing your stuff. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, but not in that case. And so that's when motorcycles began checking colors. Make sure you're not wearing my shit. This is what happened with my motorcycle club when we first got started. Two big clubs on the West Coast. One heard that we had a guy riding a motorcycle with a ponytail, so they came to see about that. And another club heard that we were wearing their cross. Both were 1%er clubs. They came to see about that. That's where the checking of patches came from. So it turned into something really different nowadays. The checking of patches is we're going to give you permission to have a club. That's a far cry from, we're checking to make sure you ain't wearing our patch. Far cry from that. So people have gotten tired of being effed with. And they're getting to the point, what makes you get to check my patch? I'll call Homeland Security on your ass. And so you're seeing the flux and the give and the flow and people loosening up the reins, because it's a lot more painful when you pull somebody over and take their patches off of them and they put you in jail for 30 years for robbery. It changes the dynamics a little bit. So that's what you're seeing. Got my WMC shirt on today. Good to see you. Good to see you, Cigar Box Skinny. And thank you for buying my shirt. It's not about I, it's about we. And you can get your WMC shirts at blackdragonsgear.com. I was supposed to go into a commercial right then, but I didn't have anything queued up. You have a question? Yeah. I'll call you after. Okay. Normally when people call me during showtime, people that know my number know that normally they're calling to be on the show or whatever. Anyway, you can go over here to blackdragonsgear.com and get all of my shirts and stuff like that. This is my new We MC shirt. It's not about I, it's about we. You just hit the bell here, and here's the We MC shirt. This is the new We MC shirt. I remember sending your shirt out a couple days ago. I didn't know it was you, Cigar Box Skinny, but I do remember sending that order out just a couple days ago. So I'm glad you got them. That's the new We MC shirt. The Motorcycle Club is not about I, it's about we. Our shirts are printed at front and back, so people see you coming and going. So that's the new We MC shirt. That's the shirt he got today. But we've got all kinds of cool stuff for you here. This is where you can get all of my books. My newest book, President's Bible Chronicle 2, Betrayal in the Brotherhood. This book right here is going to be available by November, and I hope you guys get this book. It tells the story about what actually happened to me in great detail, so you guys can have it there. My new shirt that I just did, it's called the Big Sellout shirt. As you guys know, I've been a little bit angry with certain folks that have decided to deal with me. So this is my way of monetizing their bullshit. But anyway, that's blackdragonsgear.com, and make sure to come to blackdragonsgear.com and hang out, man. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Remove. Let me see. Do I have any other questions? Can a full parched I think you mean full patch member of a club. And it's not, I know you guys think it's full patched, but the proper term is full patch. And there's no ED on the end of it like you would think there should be. But it's really properly written a full patch, PATCH. Can a full patch member of a club be demoted or stripped of his patch and made to prospect again? Absolutely. Absolutely, they can. They absolutely can be stripped. There's a guy in my club that prospected, I want to say 4 times. I think the most I've ever seen has been like 5 or 6 times. And this guy, and the guy that I saw in another club, he had been a member for some 30 years. He always would get stripped. He'd been everything from a president to a regular member. He'd been in every position, and he had been demoted to so many times to have to start all over again. And if you love your club, you'll do that. So yeah, you can absolutely be demoted, stripped of your patch, knocked down a stripe or 2, or made to prospect all over again. It just depends on what the club decides during your trial. Yeah, my postal address is still valid, but I will go check my mailbox. That I don't do that every day. And so if you guys are going to send me something, let me know it's coming. And do you have the post office box or my street address? And that's the question. So if you have the post office box, I haven't gone over there in a month. If you have my street address, then it's going to be up on the hill, and I can go check the mailbox. I mean, an unfortunate accident for you and your family to have to witness. Yeah, that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I it happened to every other motorcycle club, and I never knew such a thing could happen to us. Yes, Cigar Bar Skinny, it'll be good to hang out with you again. I remember when you were here, and I just had a great time with you being here. So, Black Dragon, are you still a member? If you ask the national president of the Black Sabbath or his cabinet, they would say absolutely not. Black Dragon has been separated from our nation. But I maintain you cannot be separated from the nation without a trial. So I haven't had a trial. Nobody's collected my colors. Nobody's tried. Of course, if you put somebody out of a club, and I tell you this for you 99%ers, you don't have to get all, we're going to go get his colors and then get your ass in jail for doing something stupid. Because if you put somebody out of the club, what good does it do for them to wear their colors? So, keep that in mind. But it really just depends on how you look at it. But I'm off all boards. I've been ordered no contact, that sort of thing. But I haven't had a trial. So in my mind, in my life, I'll be Black Sabbath forever until I decide to leave. And this national president, as soon as they throw his ass out on his ear, there's a good opportunity or chance that the club may just reinstate me. I'm due an appeal, and maybe I'll get reinstated on appeal. Who knows? So that's where I am with it right now. Papa Peterson, thank you for that question. Just joined the stream. Apologies if this has been asked yet. Being in a club is in your bones. If this situation doesn't go your way with your MC, would you consider joining another? I don't know. I don't know, Twisted Biker. I don't know if I have the prospecting in me all over again and all that kind of stuff. I may just be like so many of these other guys, like Hollywood from Insane Throttle and other guys. And just, I have a big enough name in the motorcycle club community. Wherever I go, I'll be accepted and loved on. I have been, and I still go do talks and all that kind of stuff. And people still fly me out for events or so. Maybe I've outlived my motorcycle club days. joining a 1% motorcycle club, and many have offered, but that would mean that I would have to give some amount of control of Black Dragon Biker TV up, because you certainly can't be a member of a big, huge 1% motorcycle club and then be talking about another one, that kind of thing. So I don't know how that would work. But if I were going to go to another motorcycle club, I would probably want to go 1%er. I've kind of had my feel of, I don't know. I just don't know. Let me not postulate, because, when you're a public person and you say something, everybody goes, you said that, and you got to stick to that. So I just don't know yet. Any outlaw clubs or other 99% clubs try to recruit you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Many 1% clubs, many outlaw clubs, and many 99% clubs. Many, many, many. Many people have said, we'll be glad to be your brother. So live a good life in the motorcycle club world, and you will you will reap those benefits if people know who you are and what you've done. I wish all y'all go back to teaching the new people to this motorcycle thing. Y'all got some of us wanting to do some, doing all because of y'all now, this BS. Mikey, so it is disappointing when your parents raise you not to steal and then you find out that they're bank robbers. Be like, you're kidding, right? Or your mama beat your ass for stealing and one day says, let's go rob a bank. We might not be doing a good job right now of teaching. We might not be doing a good job of that right now. But I will tell you this. Let it not be ever misunderstood that you can punch me in my mouth and I don't try to knock your fucking eye out. I don't care if I'm on a deathbed and I got to gum you with my dentures. And I didn't get to be a national president of a motorcycle club laying around getting my ass kicked. So, but I do promise you that during all of this, I will continue to put out the kinds of videos you guys need to see. And I will use my own experiences to teach you even more about how this thing works than I would have been able to teach you had I not had these experiences. Can you not call for a vote? No, they don't want to hear anything I've got to say, because if we had a vote and a real trial, I would destroy their asses. And they know it. We ride out for the dragon anytime. Fausto, thank you. I appreciate that. I love the new shirt. I do too, Miss Lotus. Please go get you one. Go get you one. Papa Peterson, I, as a white biker, not in your set, but I would think that the so-called leadership should be held accountable. And I think they will be. It's only a matter of time. You can only hide so long. Harley Anderson, the snakes find the cut grass and expose themselves. Always it will work out in the right way in the long run. I believe you. I believe that it will. I believe that it will. Miss Lotus is saying hello to everyone. Hello, Miss Lotus. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Black Dragon, my opinion, your view is you're a hell of a leader. Well, thank you very much for that. And I was taught by great men like Paul Pet Perry of the mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation, the founder of the Black Sabbath MC, and I was taught by Hogman and of the Black Sabbath MC, and oh my goodness, I had martial arts instructors and all kinds of incredible, cool people that in my life that have touched me and helped me, but nobody more than Paul Pet Perry, who believed in me when no one else would. He believed in me, and he's been like a father to me. And my only ambition during this whole process of when he put me on the mission to spread the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club nation all across the world. When he put me on that mission in 2008, my only ambition was to make him proud. I didn't have a father, so I wanted to make him proud. And he tells me that I did, so I feel pretty good about that. Can I ask why it is a bad thing to go to another MC if the one that you're in isn't working out? I've always been enamored with this lifestyle, so I'm asking. It's not a bad thing. What's a bad thing is club hopping. Hopping from club to club to club, like Big Zelle did. And people look down on that. But even if you got to go to 5 clubs to get where you gotta be to get home, you got to do what you got to do. Life is small. You can't be sitting around this mofo worried about what somebody else thinks. You don't know how much time you have. However much it is, it ain't enough. So you got to make you happy. People don't like the hell with. Are they paying your bills? You got to find the right situation for you. People don't like club hoppers because club hoppers seem to be undependable, uncountable. And when we fall in love with you and we bring you in our motorcycle club, we want you here for life. But if you don't manage to stay there, man, people get mad, they get jealous, they get angry. Oh, you don't like us, we're not good enough. And they put your name out bad. Put your name out bad. But you got to find the right situation for you. And that's why I wrote Prospects Bible, because a lot of you guys, by the time you get into your club and stuff and you find out it's wrong for you, you didn't know you could go somewhere else. So you're in some place you don't like for 4 or 5 years, and finally you can't take it anymore and you move. And if you had read Prospects Bible, you would have known how to look at a club, discern a club, find out if it's right for you, and get the hell out of there while you're still a prospect if it's time to go. We didn't always have some people, well, if you want to learn it, go to a real club, blah, 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 blah. No, read and educate yourself like you would do anything else. You wouldn't go to the moon without reading some books by a lot of people that have never even been to the moon, man. But I don't need you to have gone to the moon. I don't need you to have been in my motorcycle club to tell me what they're like, so I can make up my mind on how I want to start this. So, Black Dragon, start your own club. I may. So Loud just went on a diaper run with the Legion of Riders, and we really done good for the unfortunate mothers and kids who cannot afford the stuff they need when they come out of the clinics. It was great, man. Good for y'all, man. Good for y'all. Listen, if you guys want Lavish's information, it's right here. Lissa has copied this on here for you guys, so you can go check out Lavish. Lavish T. Williams. He's Lavish T. Williams on all of the platforms. Here's his stuff scrolling across the bottom. Lavish T. Williams on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Up and coming young man. Go check him out. Also, check out Mike Ball, another up-and-coming young man. You can find me at Twitter, at jbunchii, and I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all those places as well. So there you go. And tonight is Bike Night at the Dragon's Lair. I should say that, 3393 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. 3393 Lawrenceville Highway, Tucker, Georgia, starts at about 7 o'clock. Come hang out with us. We are down the hill, behind the furniture store across the street from Public Storage, Building 2. Make sure to come check us out here at the Dragon's Lair. Black Dragon, how is Tia? I think that's her name. She came on and spoke yesterday. I could feel the pain in her voice and hope she's doing okay. Yes, my love that's her name, Tia. Her real name is Tamara. The spelling of it is so beautiful. It's a Arabic spelling of her name. and it is just so beautiful. Tamara, but it's actually Tamara. If you look at how it's spelled. So everyone calls her Tia. I still call her Tamara. But she is doing well. You know, her club name is Redbone, by the way. So she used to come. She used to have her own show with me. And then, you know, people. She doesn't like the meanness of people. Is why she isn't doing the show anymore. This right here is not for her. You know, Tia's from Chicago, and you can get your ass twisted up real quick messing with her. She doesn't. She doesn't have the patience I have, and so she was quite ticked off yesterday. Tia is a loyalty person. You can't be a friend of my enemy and be a friend of mine. That's the kind of person Tia is. So she comes from, where she comes from is heavy gang activity and stuff like that. And she comes from a different world than I grew up in, where everything is really kind of black and white, and what you do and what you don't do. And, people don't snitch and all kinds of stuff that happens in Chicago. She says she can't take me to Chicago. She refuses to take me to Chicago with her because I'm too nosy. Hey, man, that's a nice car. How much did it cost? She said, no, I can't take you. You walk up and have strange conversations with people you've never met, asking people how they are, where they come from, and all kind. No. You're not for the big city. You need to stay your ass out in the country. I think I'd get along just fine. So no club yet. Taking your advice, hanging around and checking out a couple clubs. Yeah, do that. Hang out, check out other clubs and stuff like that. What's Black Dragon's opinion on Yamaha Raiders? I got so many guys in my club that have those things, and they ride hard. I've never. The only Yamaha I had was a 125 Enduro when I was 14, 12 maybe, 13 or 14. And a lot of guys in my club have them and they love them. So I'll ride next to you on one with no problems. What up, Black Dragon? Spark Plug Cosa Nostra MC in the house. Did I say that last name right? Nostra? That's what it looks like to me. What's up, Costa Nostra MC? Black Dragon here in the house with you. Keith Corley says that doesn't mean the chaplain is a pushover. Hey, what's up? That's my best friend Keith from the Navy. We have known each other since 1987. We were in the submarine force together. And we were also Black Sabbath brothers together. And it's just so good to see my brothers. Bolo, right there, Vernon. What's up, man? See you. Is Lissa out of here? Am I that far behind? Been in clubs for years. I see a massive decline in hangarounds. Seeing a massive decline in hangarounds and prospects. Do you think this is due to club politics? I do, and I think it's due to the new generation. And I think it's due to the new kind of ways that we handle things in the world. And the world is changing, and it always does. And it's not going to be what we old folks think it should be. It's the new people's time, the young guys' time to take it and make it what it's going to be for them. Every club has issues and bad members, but we have to weed those out to ensure the club is not in jeopardy, says Joshua Warden. Absolutely. In your opinion, what's the best officer position to be in the club? It depends on where you are in your life. As a brand new young club member trying to establish yourself, the road captain is the coolest job in the club. You got a lot of responsibility, but you get to you get to be in charge of doing the greatest thing a motorcycle club is ever meant to do, and that's be on the road. So as the road captain, you get to be where the action is happening on the motorcycle club set. When you get older and more opinionated and more knowledgeable, you want to really be a sergeant at arms. In between there, you want the other jobs, secretary and all that, to build up your knowledge and responsibility. The sergeant at arms is when you really get to practice your MC protocol and really hone your craft. And then VP and president, or for when you're really ready to grow your motorcycle club and strengthen it and make it the best it can be. So it just depends on where you are in your life. Hate follows integrity, self-esteem, and strength. Black Dragon, you're destined for so much more. I hope so. Are you still trying to lose weight? Well, if you have to ask that question, then obviously I'm not doing a good job of it. But yes, I'm still trying to lose weight. Somebody says, what does my shirt say? Big Sellout, run that clown show. You guys know who Big Sell is. I'm not happy with him right now in my life. So I'm not very respectful to him right now. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right. Amen. Is your books on audiobook? President's Bible is on audiobook, and you can get it from ACX Audible. Let me see. You call and ask me a question? Yeah, I'm live. I'll call you right back. One of my club brothers there. See, they still love me. Prospects Bible is an audiobook. Yeah, so far. So I want to try, and you know what? I'm going to try. I swear I'm going to try to get the rest of my books out before the end of the year. I wonder if I could really do that. Get all the rest of my books on audio before the end of the year. Black Dragon, can you discuss how a trial should take place? Damn, Bolo. Why now when I'm about to get off? In my book, Sergeant at Arms Bible. Damn, it's over there. It's not, I don't have one in reach. Damn. In my book, Sergeant at Arms Bible. And there ain't one in reach. Is there? Maybe this. Yeah. In my book, Sergeant at Arms Bible, I go into great detail about how a trial is supposed to take place. And because a trial is really, one of the positions, duties of a sergeant at arms is to administer the justice system. And how a trial takes place is so important. I saw this one thing. You can tell the level of sophistication in society by how they handle their dead. And if you go to graveyards and stuff and you see how the people's dead are handled, you can tell, how sophisticated the society is or was. And you can also tell how sophisticated a society is, in my opinion, by how they administer their justice system. Is it fair? Is it just? Does it give you rights? Is it built to ensure that innocent people are not convicted of things that they didn't do wrong? And if you have a justice system like that, you have a very evolved society. So is your motorcycle club evolved, or is it a fascist system by some guy who wants to be king? So a sergeant at arms has several responsibilities when it comes to the motorcycle club's judicial system. And one of the biggest things is determining whether or not charges that are brought against somebody are fair to even go to trial in the first place. And so then I talk about what a justice system has to have. First of all, it has to have an impartial jury. It has to have people on the jury and people in the decision making. The judge and the jury have to be people that are not involved in the case. So you can't have a president be judge, jury, and executioner, and also the guy who was done injury to. There's no justice in a system like that. The accused has to have charges read to them, and they have to be accused by people in the open. You can't you can't accuse somebody of something in the background, and then have that person adjudicated by some most secret ass stuff. So they got to be accused, and they got to be able to face their accusers, and they got to be able to have a defense, and they should be able to have someone to help them in their defense or help them prepare their defense or run their defense for them. They should be able to question the witnesses and have evidence presented in front of them. And they should be able to challenge that evidence and present evidence of their own. And these procedures should be open so that everyone can see them. And then there should be if you're going to find somebody guilty of something that would throw them out of the club or hurt them or harm them in that kind of a way, then it should be a vote by everyone. Not just a vote of not just a vote of the majority, but a vote of everyone. And then there should be an appeal process. And the appeal process should be focused on looking at whether or not the trial was handled correctly. And if it was not handled correctly, then there should be a new trial granted or the trial thrown away. So it should be a fair and impartial jury. A person should be able to question the evidence brought against them, present their own evidence, call witnesses. They should be able to question the people that are putting these statements out against them. And if any of these things are not followed, then you don't have a fair judicial system. Which is why I am so adamant that, the Black Sabbath screwed over me, because I didn't get none of that stuff. And I'm the brother who wrote the damn book on it. Stuff that I researched, of course. Stuff I learned in civics in high school. And in exactly how that goes, if I was to say, give you a step-by-step for how it goes, there should be, when charges are presented, the sergeant at arms needs to make sure that those charges are even valid, and a preliminary investigation should be done. And then the sergeant at arms should recommend it for trial if it needs to go to trial, if not. And so the sergeant at arms has a whole lot to do, and that's why I was so disgusted with our sergeant at arms when he became a lackey for the national president, because if the sergeant at arms is not pure and chaste and just, then the whole MC is corrupt. A sergeant at arms can't take the position of the president or the national president. You got to take the position of what's right. According to what? What is the sergeant at arms responsible for? The bylaws. That's what the sergeant at arms is responsible for. He's responsible for the bylaws. He's responsible for the administration of justice within the MC. And it's his responsibility alone. In the Navy, we call that a collateral duty. A collateral duty is a duty that you do, and no one is above you on that collateral duty. Like if your duty is to drive a tugboat from the aircraft carrier to or a personnel boat from the aircraft carrier to the shore, and you're a seaman, an E3, and there is an O10 on that boat, you are the captain of that boat as an E3. It is your duty to move it back and forth. And the only way that guy is supposed to have any say over you is if he's going to relieve you of command and take over that tugboat or that little bitty personnel boat. We have duties that we're responsible for, and nobody gives us. If you're a topside watch, it is your duty to be the sentry and make that stuff happen. You don't need anyone's permission to be sentry. You don't need anyone's permission to question somebody. What's the password of the day? And we also have these things called collateral duties. That these are our duties as well as our job. We have these other duties. And as a sergeant at arms, your collateral duties are many. protect the president, be there for the president, make sure, but not the president's flunky. Because you also got to be there for the men. And you also got to be there to administer and administrate justice. There's a whole hell of a lot, man. People say I give the sergeant at arms too much power in this book. I don't give the sergeant at arms too much power. In my opinion, I define who he is and what he should be. Or she. In the book. Hey, we got Lavish T here.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? Just getting out of class. Just getting out of class, man. I'm listening. I'm listening, man. You know, I was listening in between the lecture. Ask me anything Tuesday, huh?
I didn't know I'd get all these questions like this, man. This is crazy. Hello from Australia, Black Dragon. Love your work, man. Thank you, man. Hello to Australia, man. These guys are upside down right now. You know, they're upside down. They tell me that the water swirls down the sink going the other way than it does up here. Are you really walking upside down in Australia right now? Is that, or are we're walking upside down to those guys? Asked you anything. What brand of tires do you use on your bike? I use, right now, I have the damn it, what are those tires?
He doesn't ride his bike, so he wouldn't know. I use Dunlaps on mine, man.
That's right. Dunlap Elite 4. Are they Elite 4? I think they're Elite 3s or Elite 4s. They're the latest Elites that are out there. But I really like the Michelin has a set of tires I like. There are 2 or 3 brands that I like out there, but I mostly wind up running Dunlap Elites. They're either the Elite 3s or Elite 4s. Whatever the latest Elites are is what I have on my bike right now. And you know what? Whatever, man. Somebody said, get that 1800 out of storage and ride that. It'll help you think. Look at that. You got these people thinking I don't ride.
Hey, if Black Dragon was on his motorcycle ride, we would definitely see Black Dragon making some video at a gas station, at a pump, on the highway. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord. Well, listen, guys, we've been on this thing an hour and 22 minutes. I didn't know we had that much going on here. The questions I'm only halfway through with the questions. What's good? South Florida checking in, 954 Broward Highway, Hollywood, always up to no good. Good to see you, man. Peterson says we stand with you. I trust my judgment on people and still say I would prospect for your club in a second. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We support you. Thank you, Papa Peterson. You are the most informative biker that I've ever seen. Thanks for your straightforward information. Keep on keeping on. Thank you so much, Rory Robinson. Way straighter forward than Lavish T. Williams. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Call when you're done paying the dues. How many buddies do you have? I'm not sure what that is. The reason why I went to the point of saying that is because of the fact that there are so many MC style clubs running an RC patch, causing a whole bunch of nasty stuff. Yes, there are. It's hard to see them. They look so much like MCs nowadays. We are human. We are all intended to rise and fall based on experiences. We are the sum of our experiences. It's how we live. RCs in the West Coast are different, says OG Puppet. Oh, man, it's good to see you, OG Puppet. Haven't seen you in a while. That's exactly what I'm talking about, BD, the 3-piece patch wearing RCs. Man, I'm way behind in the questions. Been in an MC, I'd rather be in an RC, less BS. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Anyway, I'm trying to get through don't ask no more questions. Let me just do the ones I got here. And we'll do this again Tuesday, I guess, because it's we don't have Lavish here for the whole day. The ladder needs to be respected on RC. Should not be acting like an MC, in my personal opinion. They shouldn't even be running at 3 p.m. unless they're blessed. That's DMC that I grew up with. Okay. Yeah, if that's what you think. If that's what you think. I demoted myself down to an SC, the MC world, because of this, all of this. I don't respect the latter. I don't need to be blessed. It's a disrespect to the culture that I was raised in, says Aztec Cruising.
I probably would never do that.
Do what?
Step myself down to an SC.
No, SCs for them on the white set are not the same.
Oh, okay. It's not. Okay.
Yeah, as SCs on the black set. SCs on the black set are women's clubs. Are there social clubs with men on the black set?
Yeah, man, and I guess that's also a big difference of where you're from, because here in where I'm from, our social clubs, we have men that's in social clubs, and then when you go to other cities and other states, you know, I had to find out in other areas that social clubs are classified for women, which was a shock for me, because I'm like, wow, we got all these social clubs up around here, and there's men in there.
Wow.
And, yeah, and it makes it. I mean, listen, and this is why I always say it's good to get out and see what other people around the world and the country are doing, and what's normal and what's not normal. Yeah, it's men in these social clubs, and I'm like, wow, when I hear about, you know, people in the South, what a social club is considered to them down there is totally different from what we got going on around where I'm at.
So I really haven't met a social club with a man in it. So I thought I would ask before I just stood up and put my foot in my mouth. So
I'm not sure where else there might be at, but I can only speak for, you know, what's going on in my backyard.
But I did know that there were social clubs with men in them on the white set. I didn't know that the black set had that going on. So we learn something every day. I answer all these questions, and you can see I don't know everything. That's why I have other folks. Wow. So there we have it.
I still wouldn't step down to a social club. And for me, I guess whatever frustration or headache that I have had in an MC club, which will make me step away, it will probably kind of keep me away from being in a club, period, and pretty much be, you know, no rules, no dues type of attitude, and just be around, you know, the guys that I like to ride with, me personally.
Yeah, I can see that, because I have to determine what I'm going to do. I haven't made up my mind. Question: if you want to join an MC with little presence in your state, should you go to the mother? You should go to the chapter closest to you.
Right.
And if you don't have a chapter where you are, then you need to create a chapter if the mother will let you. I'm sorry, Black Dragon, but I have so many questions that I could fill one of your Bibles. Well, ask your questions. Well, don't ask any more now, because we're out of time, but we will do this again tomorrow. Look, my goodness, the questions just keep coming. I did not know that this was going to happen. Hey, listen, I got a lot of people on. Please hit that like button. What's wrong with your car, man? Are you in the truck? That thing is loud. Roll up them windows, man. Turn that air conditioner on.
That's what I probably got this AC on and this Bluetooth, man. Ain't no telling. I'm in the little SUV right now.
500 MC in the Atlanta area. Not easy to open up a new one. There are about, I know the last time I counted, there were 366, and that was several years ago. So there could be exactly 500 MCs in Atlanta. There could be. And yeah, opening up a brand new MC will present challenges, but nothing that I can handle. Do your thing, Black Dragon. Whatever you end up deciding, that will be the right decision for you afterwards. One thing is for sure, I can see in the foreseeable future a Black Dragon Bible called Out Bad, Do's and Don'ts, something like that. Actually, that book will be out in November. And it is called President's Bible Chronicle 2. President's Bible Chronicles 2, Betrayal in the Brotherhood. This is a book about how bad do's and don'ts. The true story of the outing of Black Dragon, the attempted castration of Black Dragon, and the downfall of Black Dragon motorcycle company. A true story by Shawnee Black Dragon. Watch a second. Order your copy today. Pre-order your copy today. President's Bible Chronicle 2, Betrayal of the Brotherhood. Yeah! Turn that air conditioner down, man. Turn the air conditioner down.
You said what?
Turn the air conditioner down.
Maybe I need to just take it off. Maybe I should take it off my Bluetooth. Maybe you get a lot of the noise from my Bluetooth.
Yeah,
I can't hear it.
That's horrible. That Bluetooth is coming in. Did you do 20 in the Navy? I did almost 15 in the Navy. I get out in a month. Only could do 5. Yeah. Yeah. Now man, your sound is horrible. Okay. Shut down the supply chain.
Now. Is it better?
Not yet.
I was a soldier too.
You were?
Yeah, I was part of the No Limit Soldiers.
Okay. What was that?
It was the take, the No Limit Soldier.
It's a perfect example of how not. My bookie says it's a perfect example of how not to behave as a man. Taking your beef to the internet is completely weak sauce. But they thought it would work for them, so they did that. I thought your former club was a mixed race club. I've seen a few white dudes wearing that patch. Yes, my club is a mixed race club, but even though it's a mixed race club, it's considered to be on the black set. But we are a mixed race club.
My club is.
You said on some of your videos that all gear related to the club has to be handed over because the club's property. Are you obligated to hand over that necklace and your cut? I absolutely am obligated to hand this over. And I would have handed it over had I left the club or been put out of it properly with a trial. I maintain I am not put out of my club properly with a trial, so they can go fuck themselves. As far as I'm concerned, I'll make up my mind as to what I'm going to do. But yeah, it is proper MC protocol to hand over all the shit. And so me wearing this cross is absolutely a statement. Yeah. Nothing concerning the issue at hand. You said in a previous podcast that as a president can deputize an SAA at any time if the SAA is unavailable. Is that a traditional protocol procedure? You're the only one I've ever heard say that. I think it makes sense. So, I can't speak for every motorcycle club. I only speak from my experience, and from my experience in my club and the things I've done, this has worked for me. And it has worked to I mean, you need to have these offices. You don't need to be trying to do this all by yourself. And so, as far as I'm concerned, and if you don't have a situation where you can vote a guy in, this, that, or the other, you may have to deputize him. And hey, you swear him in, deputize him, and everybody do the best they can. And that's how that works. That's very humble and very sincere to hear. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Okay. I wasn't referring to you, Black Dragon. I was referring to leadership that airs dirty laundry publicly. Yeah, I know what you were talking about, Papa Pingo. And so I hope I reflected that. My opinion is that these so-called leaders are hurting Black Sabbath very deeply. They are. But the Bible says the pride goes before the fall. I mean, a lot of pride and stuff. A guy will do almost anything to stay in charge. Man, you guys these questions are going forever. I guess we should try this again maybe next Sunday, because we're at an hour and 35 minutes, and we've kept the same audience for that whole time. I'm sure people coming in and out, but holy moly, they haven't asked you anything. Give a shout out to the greatest motorcycle ministry God ever created, and that would be Repented Motorcycle Ministry Worldwide. Shout out to you guys, Repented Motorcycle Ministry. I'm sure some of the others would question if you guys are the greatest or not, but I'll take your word on it. Harley House also does nonprofit, so check him out. That's Harley House 76 on TikTok. Harley House 76. Make sure to check him out on TikTok. He's a good guy. I know him. He's a good guy. I've never been in a club, and I personally want to really bad. I want it really bad. But the more I watch all this, the more serious I take it. I really want to know what I am doing. Let me tell you something. Do not let my bad experience in a motorcycle club keep you out of one. Because I had 35 years of glory, my man. Mixed with some good shit, mixed with some bad shit, but I had a good time. I know great people. I get to meet and work with great young people. Look at Lavish with that nice camera right there.
Oh, I got to tell you, I picked up another one.
Boy, those are nice.
I got two of them.
Are those mirrorless cameras?
Yes, two Sonys.
Oh, the big $1,400, $2,800 mofos.
$4,000, sir. $3,800. Sony FX3.
I knew they were up there. The price of cameras hasn't changed. That's what I was paying for cameras in 1987. But if you bought a 1987 $4,000 camera and bought one today, they're night and day. Is this live streaming on a platform other than YouTube? It is. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube and Facebook both at the same time. Great to see your spirits are high. Got to get back to work. Yeah, everybody's got to get back to work. I've just been sitting on here all morning. The old ways of this lifestyle both make sense, and work plus separate the real from the fake. They do. Best office in the club, random member, no target on your back from within. I was watching a Preach video before. Yeah, best position in the club. He said best officer in the club, didn't he? But if you're talking about the best position in the club, random member is it. Absolutely. The Gonzaga lifestyle. Good to see you, man. Ronald Bill, I was sergeant at arms, then secretary, then vice president. Now I'm just a regular member. And personally, I like it like that. Yeah, but we're going to call your ass back up, Ronald Bill.
Yes, I like it like that too, man. Less stuff that you got to deal with.
The good guys don't get to sit there. They have to change and come up, man. I have a female friend that is having trouble getting away from her biker boyfriend. If I get involved, should I contact his club?
No.
Paul, if you're a civilian, if you get involved, you're liable to get the shit beat out of you. But like if that's your daughter or something, yeah, that you need to contact his sergeant at arms. And if so, if need be his president. I mean, that would be the way to handle it through the club. That would be how you handle it through the club. You would get in touch with his sergeant at arms and or his president and let him know, hey, man, you better get a hold of this guy or I will. And that's what it comes down to. If you're not going to go to the police or whatever the case may be. But I want to let you know motorcycle clubs are very insulated and we move to protect our own. So come respectful and present your case and don't be on any of the tough guy shit, but do mean business and do be serious, but be respectful. You don't need threats. You don't need the tough guy shit. You don't need none of that because you're dealing with a lot of egos in a motorcycle club. But these guys have daughters and stuff too. So if he's being a real Peterhead, then you're going to have to deal with the club, but understand how to deal with the club.
Some clubs do not get into that kind of stuff though. Some clubs, they might say, hey man, the guy came up here, whoa, I don't want to get in your business. And then you get the member that say, hey man, listen, then don't get in my business. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I mean, I've seen it from personal experience.
Just depends on how tight that club is and what kind of hold they have over the members, whether or not. Yeah. Some have great hold. Ibrahim says, I've been watching you over 10 years and you have come a long way. Long way, my friend. A long way. Thank you for watching for so long. Can a dominant that blessed the club serve as judge in the... Can a dominant that blessed the club serve as a judge in this matter, or that wouldn't fly on MC protocol? Let me tell you what, the 1%ers, the last damn thing they want to do is run your club. And they don't want to make decisions in your club. They'd rather shut your shit down than have to do that. And I want to promise you this. If you ever get a dominant involved in your inside club business, you will not like the outcome.
They might shut your club down and you be wearing a patch. They might have rolled your club over at that point. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. You are absolutely right. Or you'd be sitting up in their support patch.
Yeah.
Going to mandatory club meetings and shit that aren't part of what you was doing. You keep them out your club, my man. Keep them out your club. They don't want to run. They get mad. Okay, you want me to run your club? All right, line up. I got it for you. Oh my goodness. Is Sergeant at Arms still your favorite position? Mine? No, my favorite position is National President. Let me say that is that's my favorite position.
I like the enforcer. I'm an enforcer. That's my best favorite position is the club enforcer.
I was my club's first enforcer. I was my club's first national enforcer, and so far the only one that we ever had. Way too much so did this, but don't tell anybody I told you going on. That cancer needs to be called out immediately. Crooked Sidewood said it so well, man.
I agree.
The sidebars and the so-and-so said this, and man, it needs to be called out. We need to do a whole video on just that. The Wine and Whiskey podcast.
Hold on. One of the things that I do about that, he said, and they said this, and I don't want to call it out. Whenever stuff come to me, if you can't say who said it, I don't want to hear it.
Amen. The Wine and Whiskey podcast said, that's it, Dragon. That's the point you missed. He said the wine and whiskey, not the wine and whiskey. That's interesting. I wonder what that podcast is all about. Shout out from Idaho, an Army vet, worked a lot with the Navy. Shout out to you, Army. Good to see you, man. Oh, Mike Ball still here. What's up, Mike Ball in the house? As an 11B in the Army, I respect your service. Thank you, Josh. I was an 1187. Money puts us in classes. Poor class, middle class, and rich class take money away, and we graduate to an equal class. Yeah, I don't want money to go away. I just want to make some more. Okay, Ask Me Anything Tuesday. I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing now. All these questions here. I didn't have a show today, and look at us, man. SOA has a lot on their shoulders. Sergeant at Arms, Sergeant. Some people call it Sergeant of Arms, but I've seen that before. People call it Sergeant of Arms, but it is properly called Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant of Arms has a lot on their shoulders. If you have a solid one in your MC, you have a solid MC. If you have a yes man, then you don't have a solid MC. Yeah. Metzler, that's the word I was looking for. Metzler. I like the Metzler marathons, man. Those are nice tires. Are we that far behind? Brad Cameron says Dunlap or Metzlers. I like the Metzlers, man. The Metzlers are badass tires. I like them. I like the Dunlap Elites. That's typically what I run. But there is also they got a Michelin tire out there that I like too. Has anyone ever seen a bike painted with a glow in the dark paint? I have not. Lavish, are you saying Black Dragon's bike has spider webs holding his bike up to? No, hell no, he's not saying that.
Cobwebs, spider webs, those
Something's
little
wrong
white
with
spider,
Lavish's
spider
sound.
eggs.
His sound's not working. Lavish's sound's not. What happened to your sound, bro?
All that. Cobwebs, dust. Take your finger and you can write whatever you want to write on the bike from the dust that's sitting on that motorcycle.
That's not dust. That's plains.
I've seen that bike.
That's plains clay from riding across the plains.
The bike is stored. It's tucked away. I've seen it. It's no, let me go hop on the bike because I got to rearrange the furniture to even get the bike out from where it's at if I really even wanted to move it somewhere.
The bike is sitting on the lift.
Display.
The lift. The lift is for working on the bike and keeping it at maximum integrity.
When was the last time that bike was started?
Oh, I start the bike weekly.
Weekly, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's on a trickle charger, too. You know. What are you trying to say?
No, when the last
I'll dog your ass out there. Don't man.
When was the last time you rode that motorcycle?
Oh, you gotta you have some jokes. you got your own system there, I see.
Hey, I'm waiting.
Oh my goodness! You should be happy. You should be careful when you bring people on your show and start teaching them stuff. they use it against you. Somebody says MC equals men's club. That's not really the truth.
I've always been taught that.
MC, that's not true. That's not true. MC equals motorcycle club. There's nowhere in the history of motorcycle clubs that MC ever meant men's club.
I've been taught that since I came into this, that it's great motorcycle club because that's what we are, but it's a men's club. And
sure, it's a men's club, but I've had people teach that MC actually meant men's club, and that's not true. It's not true, especially since the first MCs had women in them. And many of the big 1% clubs that you know of had women in them. It wasn't until the 60s or 70s that they went away from women being in the club. So how was that a men's club? Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm just saying. And you know,
this is Black Dragon. I know.
There's always room for something. They said that the women were brought into the club so that it's not a room full of dudes. For every man, there's a woman, and the woman's job was to lure and bring more people to these clubs. Now, if that's wrong, then that's wrong.
Where does this stuff come from?
I'm just speaking on what you know. And here's the thing: you can have, and I say this: you can have 5 different people, and you ask 5 different people the same question. You're going to get 5 different answers. I'm only speaking on what I was taught, what I was told, what I was taught.
In my book, Social Clubs Bible, I actually break down what you're talking about as I go through the history of motorcycle clubs in the United States of America. I figure in the Social Clubs Bible, you know, social clubs for women on on the Black Biker set that they needed to know because they were going to be faced with this men's club, and Rhonda says SC derives from sister club of the MC, and that's absolutely not the truth. SC stands for social clubs, and social clubs in America with black women in them started long before motorcycle clubs. So that's why that can't be true. Social clubs in America were started by African American women that were on slave plantations, or rich African American women. They were started for
Hold
them.
on, Dragon. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that while they're on a slave plantation, they're thinking about being in a club?
It was rich women. I was changing that up. It was rich women that were of means that would go to slave plantations and take care of poor black women and poor women and children on slave farms. And this is where social clubs started from in America for black women. And the social club movement got together with the motto, lifting as we climb, lifting as we rise, in order to help their sisters out. So social club SC does not derive from sister clubs of MCs. That's not true. Social clubs were long, many centuries before motorcycle clubs, before the motorcycle was even invented.
No, I mean,
And if women knew the history of social clubs and social club work in America, there ain't no way you'd let somebody call you a groupie in a motorcycle club world, because that's not what social clubs were. That's why I wrote the book, Social Clubs.
Listen, I'm not taking none of that away because I haven't done my research to challenge that. I just, off of just hearing what you said, I just find it amazing that people of that era you speak of was talking about a social club during slavery.
Oh my God, my man!
I'm just saying, it's new to me. I'm learning something every day.
Oh
but
my God!
I just couldn't see someone worried about being called a social club. Not saying that is wrong. It's just news to me, which we learn stuff every day.
Oh my goodness, my man. You have to let me take you over here for a minute to the women's club movement in the United States. The women's club movement was a social movement that took place throughout the United States that established the idea that women had a moral duty and responsibility to transform public policy. While women's organizations had existed earlier, it was not until the progressive era 1896 through 1917, that they would come to be considered a movement. Do you see those black women right there, my bro?
I see them. Okay, let me say this then.
Yeah.
Maybe the perception of when I hear social club is very different from whatever the organization of those black women were doing in that time frame.
That's why I wrote the book Social Club Bible, because when young men and young people, when people see social clubs, they think of groupies in the biker world, and they don't understand. They have no damn idea where social clubs in America came from. And they were black women uplifting black women and children and slaves and black men. Social clubs wrote letters and books, and they had the first newspapers. They were the first ones to speak out against lynching in America. Oh my goodness, if you just knew this history, it's crazy. If you knew this history, look at them sisters there. Yes, sir. And there were white women too. The social club movement took care of suffrage, women's rights, labor, abortion, everything you could ever imagine. And most women in social clubs today on the Black Biker set have no idea where they come from. So we had to write a book about it. Yes, sir. 404-692-0336, Miss Godfrey. 404-692-0336. You can call me here in the studio. anytime you need to. There's my number right there. Post it up. 404-692-0336. Yes, sir. This is why I wrote the book Social Clubs Bible. To let folks know where black women's social clubs in America came from. And they did not come from motorcycle clubs. They were here long before motorcycle clubs. And they still do the same things they did back then. Political movements, book bag drives for children, feeding the unfortunate. They still do the same things they've always done in America, even from the biker set. The social club movement now is largely on the biker set, but it was way before. Way before. There's a history of black women doing amazing things for this country. And running for president now is just a prelude to that long history.
I agree. I mean, as far as black women doing great things, as a whole, just, I had to separate social club from a club versus an organization of women doing great things.
No, every social club you see, name me one that isn't an organization of black women. I'm talking about social clubs on the black biker set that are the women ones that I'm talking about. Name me one that isn't doing those same things, taking up for children. I mean,
I don't know all the social clubs you looking at. 'Cause some of the women's social clubs I'm looking at is shaking ass and going out of town fucking, man. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. I mean, it sounds good to talk about some great things. I mean, there's some great women out here that do great stuff. There's some great female clubs out here that do positive things as well, man. But those aren't the clubs that's being recognized. The girls showing their ass ones being recognized and being seen.
So we talk about that in this book. We talk about that. We talk about
they going out of town. They looking for rooms. They looking for rooms. They looking to get their backs blew out. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
That's what they doing.
Boy, what's wrong with you?
They looking for that dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not with you today.
They looking to go to Papados. Who taking them to Papados? They want some crab legs. King crab legs. Yeah.
That's why we wrote this book, to educate you, because you need help. You need help, young man.
I'm just saying, they looking for the dude that they, about to put their bike in the shop. I want this Corbin seat. Them the social club. That's what they doing.
I'm not gonna do this with you.
You ain't hearing the social club women talk about black power and unity. Hell, they beefing over who? They fucking the same dude. Well, you said you wasn't messing with him no more. Shoot, that was like 2 years ago. He said he ain't even messing with you like that. Come on, I'm just saying, man. Am I lying? Dragon, you're quiet. I'm just saying. Them the social club chicks that I'm talking about. And they great people. Ain't nothing bad. I mean, that's what they like to do, but that's the environment that I'm at. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing them talk about we about to put together this unity movement and help out with the homeless. And we about to do this.
You don't know social clubs. You just don't know social clubs.
I know social clubs. I know different types of social clubs, but I know that ain't what's happening on the social club bike set. You got the girls out here trying to get licked, trying to get sticked, trying to get stuck, trying to get taken care of. Yes. Looking for that maintenance guy, looking for that sponsor. Them the people that I know. I mean, it ain't just social clubs, properties too. I'm just saying.
It's because of ideas like yours that these great women have contributed to this book.
No ideas, it's facts.
Great women have contributed to this book. And they teach their sisters against people like you.
Well, they definitely ain't been learning. They ain't been learning.
Yeah,
Let me put a post up, say I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm trying to go to Papa Do's. Who want to join me? Oh, I know that my post will be full. Hey, I'm free. What time? What day you coming in? You on your motorcycle?
So here's what one president said of a social club. Conduct yourself responsibly on the set. Any social club worth a damn is going to have rules, customs, and traditions based on how they carry themselves and how they are seen on the set by people like you. Most women in social clubs do not tolerate irresponsible, silly, immature girls who don't know how to be grown and mature women on the set. How you carry yourself will determine how your SC is seen by the MCs with which it interacts. An MC will have little tolerance for women that do not carry themselves in a responsible manner.
Translation: y'all keep that shit on the down low because I don't need my wife in my business. The female said, y'all behave like ladies because I don't want everybody thinking we hoes and we fucking when we go out of town. So keep it on the DL.
That's not what this said. Being drunk.
I'm reading between the line. I'm reading between the
but the line, there's no in between these lines. Being drunk and out of sorts and having to be carried to your car every time you go out because you cannot handle your liquor is the type of thing that will make a responsible SC get rid of your ass.
No, you're embarrassing us.
These women aren't playing about this. You are expected to act in a responsible manner when representing your SC on the set. These women aren't playing about this. This is because they feel if you are thought of as a hoe, they will be thought of as hoes.
Yeah,
so
and if
no
my
one is
husband
going.
See you acting like that, he gonna assume I'm like that out here, which gonna make it hard for me to go out of town because she over there keep getting drunk, and his boy over there is friends with my husband because they work together. It's fucking up what I got going on.
I'm sending you one of these.
You
need help.
Man.
You need help. You need Jesus. Is what you need right now.
No, them the facts that don't nobody want to talk about. Them the facts that's really going on in real life, not in the book. Not in the book. The book is to sound all good and professional. Read between the lines. Girl, we can't be having you out here getting all drunk like that because they talking about us.
Rhonda is saying it right here. The things they do today, they didn't do that shit back then. I had 50 years in this. I didn't do that. The MCs back then, and they didn't tolerate that trash. Don't make Rhonda cuss your ass out, boy.
That's because she left at 50. If she would have stayed the 51st year, she would have been like, "Woo, shit! I stayed a year too long."
Best Steve said, "I'm trying to work and listen to this, and I'm cracking up." Kate Black says, thinking they're about to be wiped up.
Hell yeah.
Lavish coming in. Stevie said, Lavish coming in hot.
I'm just saying, you got these women, listen, he about to leave his wife. It's been 5 years. She ain't going nowhere. You can't. He about to leave. He spend all the time with me. Listen, no, he don't. Baby girl just worked the night shift. He gone every morning because he got to go to work. No, he got to make sure he up in the house before wife gets home and he good. Come on, man. Drag, you know how the game, you know how the game go. Just like the lady who got the trucker, the husband that's the truck driver. She already knows shit. He got a load. I'm good. He gonna FaceTime me about 2:30. Hold on, let me leave. Lay back in the bed. Hey, what's up? No, I'm asleep. Oh, let me call you in the morning when I wake up. All right,
Black said,
let me get back out here.
K Black said, don't start in on the properties. She not taking that today.
I'm just shit, man. You got some good properties, you got some bad ones, then you got some fucked up ones.
Black Dragon, come on, sir. You know damn well that's not the SC role exactly, Lavish.
I'm telling you, man.
You guys are wrong.
No.
You keep going back to that damn Bible when Lavish telling.
I live in the real world, man. I live in the real world.
Look at Hollywood. The co-host is telling the truth. Something's wrong with your microphone. I can't hear you no more. Black Dragon, I'm from Chicago. Fine. You're an OG and not in the city mix, so you wouldn't be messed with. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. The social clubs here in Jacksonville are highly respected. Thank you, man. Somebody here, let me get my machine in. You're using your machine over there.
They can be highly respected. They can, but every group of women are not created the same. You got to have that small percentage. That small percentage.
I'm so disappointed in you right now. Black Dragon writing about a social club what they should be like, not what the 2024 version actually looks like. Man, women have been helping the weak and suffering from the beginning of time. They have been helping us, man, find shit in front of our eyes. They're here for us, Lavish.
They are. They like, listen, old girl over there, she been looking at you for a minute, and she got a job, so you know she can get that bike in your name. You just got to play your card straight, but you ain't heard it from me. Go over there and holler at her. Go buy her a drink.
You would do that?
No, I wouldn't, but I'm saying that's what's being said.
They say you need to write a book, Lavish. Obviously, they don't like mine. Vericid says women are definitely objects on the set. Yeah, they've been objectified by people like Lavish. Black women pulling each other's weaves out and throwing down like Cardi B, says Gary. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. The co-host on point about the SCs. There's Hollywood again. Retired national vice president of the Black Sabbath Nation, Hollywood there. The SCs are doing more than frying fish. Just saying. Black Dragon has nowhere else to go today. No errands, no regular work. Yeah, that's true. Been on here way too long today. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I'm still here. Yeah, this is Rhonda. See, you pissed Round off. Let me tell you, I'm still here and still on the move. And that's why I know the difference. Don't let Lavish upset you today, Rhonda, and take you out of your good spirit.
Listen, you got those few, because I know a few. Listen, I know this many women on the set, but then I know this many women that's not with the shits. They, don't come at me like this many. That's not a lot when you got the population like this. Let's not talk about the guys with the custom bikes. All the shiny chrome, all the sweet
like the women are attracted to trinkets. Come on, man.
Yes, they are. Damn, who was that pulling up with them sounding so good, looking like that on that bike? Oh, I know he got some money. Let me go over here and lift my shirt up.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and pull my cleavage down. Come on, man.
Rhonda just called you out, Mr. Lavish. There's supposed to be a social club roundup in Texas next year. You want to meet me? Because I'm sure going to be there if I can. She's ready to beat your ass up.
I want to get some more information so I can go down there. Yeah, I want to be the guy that do what the women do. Pass me around to the women.
Don't nobody watch your ass, Lavish. Hey, I'm going to be there selling social club Bibles. That's what I'm going to do. The history of social clubs in America and the entire movement of motorcycle clubs and the whole motorcycle set that they're involved in. This and we talk about that. What you just tried to allude to. We talk about that in the book. It's all about how now you see how they see you, ladies. You see how they see you.
No, it's the women that want to be seen that way. Us men, we only go after and act upon the way that the women behave. That's it. The women sets the tone. If you come out and you want to be looked at as a whore, you're going to get treated like a whore. When you come out there and you act like a lady, you're setting the tone. If I walk up to you saying some off the wall shit about you, about your body, damn, baby, looking good over there, blah, blah, whatever the case might be. When you shut that shit down and check it at the front door, dog can't do nothing but step back and respect it. He already know I can't even come at her like that no more. I
That's
can't.
true.
But if I'm coming up to you and I'm like, damn, shit, you looking good, cleavage all out. Look at your body, and you smiling and you showing me more. What is there for me to really respect? Besides, the next time I see you, I'm trying to get even closer. Shit, turn around, let me see that ass. Damn, shit, let me feel that thing. And you smiling, you setting the tone that it's okay. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Let me keep going.
That's
So
true.
it's not all women. It's the tone that these
That's
women,
true.
you know what I'm saying, set. What they allow off rip.
You know who she rides with, K Black. I don't like those funny looking bikes. I just want to hear straight motor and pipes and all black.
Yeah, that's what I got. All black bike with loud pipes. My bike is like a human vibrator. You get on it, it's gonna vibrate and hit you in the right spots and give you a good tingle.
Yeah, I have a Victory Vision Premium Tour.
Corey said, never go full red pill. That happened to me once, and it was the most annoying, painful weekend ever. Never take one of those, especially if you don't have to.
No matter club or no club, the big homie BD has always been a shameless self-promoter. Shameless is right. I shall promote myself. Black Dragon, forget BSMC claiming the East Coast. BSMC chapters are bootleg. Convert them all to WeMC. Interesting. Interesting. Kamala has less than 2 months left in politics. You could be right, Gary. You could be right. We're gonna. She's gonna have a show tonight. Her and Donald. They're gonna be on stage tonight, and so it's gonna be definitely big for her. Everybody already knows who Donald is, but she's gonna have to prove herself tonight if she can stand with the big boys. Because
I'm laughing at Mike Ball, man, and Corey, man, about that red pill. Black Dragon, you know what a red pill is?
No,
trust me. You don't want to know. Someone told me to listen, Lavish. Take this pill. You're gonna do just fine. I
think they're talking about the movie. Aren't they talking about the movie?
I know what they're talking about, man. That thing, it was a weekend pill, man. It was a weekend pill. And sometimes
they're not talking about the Matrix. They're talking. I thought they were talking about the Matrix when they say red pill. There's a real red pill.
Yeah, man. It's dangerous, man. You gonna kill somebody if you own one.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was actually a real red pill. I thought that was just a movie.
Oh man, God, dog, Dragon. I'm trying to speed you up.
I didn't know.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get you hit, man.
Yeah, at this age, you don't take no pills. You won't have a heart.
Man,
we got to get out of here, man. We have just 2 hours and 12 minutes. This is a Hollywood. This is like a Hollywood on Insane Throttle. Yes, we are talking about the Matrix. Not sure what Lavish is on.
Hey man, listen, I'm on the same thing, Corey, yo, because he know what I'm talking about, man. That thing right there, a lot of aggression. You just doing a lot of beating.
Why would you want something like that?
You're trying to get it out. You're trying to get it out, but it's like, dog, man. I'm focused. I'm concentrating. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Never mind. I'm having a flashback, man.
I think the Black Sabbath MCOGs made themselves look bad on Insane Throttle, and the way they talked to Big Bone, I think he showed great restraint. Yeah, and he did. But one thing to know about those guys, it's really funny. Most of those guys you saw on there, they dug those guys out of the woodwork to come at me. Those guys haven't been involved in Black Sabbath MC politics. Some of them for decades, one of them for over 3 decades. But they did come from a time when the Black Sabbath MC stood as a powerhouse in San Diego, California, and they really wouldn't have been given a damn who they were talking to, because nobody screwed with them. Those guys were real dudes at one time. And they would have talked that way to anybody in the world, especially from the Black Sabbath they knew. It was a premier organization in a small town. Way before all of this, one percenters running this, one percenters running that. You got to go get a blessing. They were around way long time before that. When those guys brought the Black Sabbath into existence, they went to go see the big boys, not to say, can we start a club, but to say, here we are. So they're old and feeble now, but don't get them twisted. They were something at one time. Can we get off the BSMC drama and get back to the real biker news and MC protocol? In a while, yeah. Like I said, we're gonna still do the like we did today. Today was cool. I had a lot of fun. Jesus, we've maintained a huge audience all morning. So it's 1:00 in the afternoon. Let me let you guys get out of here. Did you have a good time in school today, young man?
I couldn't focus. I was on the podcast.
I don't want you forgetting nothing. I don't want my body to rise up out the ground.
I had my AirPod on in lecture, just looking at I had the screen up, watching the screen, listening to the podcast.
Oh, they have when I first this is crazy. When I first was going to college.
We're in the 21st century, Dragon. We got computers in classes.
And I brought a laptop into class. I was put out of class, and they actually had to have a meeting to determine whether or not they were going to allow laptops to be in class. In my school, I caused that meeting. I was the first person to bring a laptop to class, and they decided that we're going to let him bring a laptop to class, but he's got to sit in the back. And because we don't know, but one day there could be students all over the place with laptops in class. Can you believe that? And that was just like 1990. Isn't that crazy?
So in 1990, you had a laptop.
I did.
So you was getting money back then, huh?
I was in the Navy.
I'm just asking, you had a laptop back in 1990.
Yeah.
I mean, just to have a computer back then, it was like, wow, they got a computer at their house.
I had a Tandy. I had a Tandy in 1983. I've always been a computer. You used to build your own like little computer from Radio Shack. I had my own computer in 1983. I've always been in computers my whole freaking life. Black Dragon, you trying to be on the show? Black Dragon, you trying to be on the show? Who is this?
Let us hear.
Well, what number you calling me on? Don't do that, Tia. Tia trying to mess with me on the phone. I know your voice, girl. I know your voice. Don't do that to me. Okay. All right. Do it. You can start now.
Yeah, we have to ask everything he's saying.
Can you hear her?
And
hold on. Wait, hold on, honey. Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
K9 make a lot of noise. Calm Brutus down, animal lover.
Hold on, Tia. Hold on. I'm putting you on the Bluetooth. Hold on. Tia.
okay, I'm on.
I can say her name, dog. Dang. I can't even say Tia.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to hop on really quick and just piggyback on what Lavish was discussing. That is so true. Everything that he's saying, and I think that's one of the reasons why I never ever wanted to join a social club, because of that. The things that are attached to what everybody thinks that a social club member is. And this book changes that narrative. And what a time to be alive as a black woman. We're in power right now. We got a vice president that's running for president. It's an absolute wonderful time to be a black woman. And these social clubs, once they figure out or read this book and see the history and where they come from, you'll walk around with your chest out. You wouldn't ever allow anybody, any male, any other female, to disrespect you with that title as being associated to a social club. This book actually helped me. I gained so much more respect for them that, when I came on the set, I just, oh, they fry the fish. Oh, they just there to entertain the guys. No, there is so much responsibility with being a member. And I challenge every, social club, really the officers, to have this book and have it circulating through your club so that everybody knows their roles and their responsibilities, because you're more than just everything lavish name. You're more than that. Like you are in such a very powerful position in your community, and you need to know what that is. And if nobody ever tells you what it is, like he's saying, he's just now hearing about all of this now, and you got the history. You actually did so much research. Hello. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Have a good day. Yeah, so I really want every social club to buy this book and just keep it in the library, and have all you know how it's mandatory in a lot of clubs for the new members coming in, the prospects, to read your book. I feel like this should be a mandatory book for every person who is thinking about joining a social club. This should be an automatic read for them. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody have a good day, and thank you guys for your support.
Thank
All
you,
right,
lady
Trey.
girl.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm,
All right.
bye-bye. That was Tia there. And don't say nothing mean, because I know you.
No, I ain't got nothing mean to say. I'm checking her pictures out on the Facebook.
Get off my woman's pictures. Get off of them.
Nah, I don't know who this Miss Beans is over there on her page.
Oh, yeah, she. I'm not doing this with you, Lavish,
I'm
today.
just saying, I'm looking through her pictures. I'm seeing the lady's name, somebody named Miss Benz. Miss Benz, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, I see a picture. I see a picture of you and her from April 4th at the Chosen Few Clubhouse. I don't know, Dragon. That's a lot of women for you, man. I don't know, man. You must be paying some bills over there, man.
I damn sure am. I damn sure am. Don't get that twisted. I've been paying bills over there, I think, from day one.
I'm looking. Okay now. I see. All right. I see you, Tia. I see you over there.
What?
All right.
Well, let me get off this thing with you today.
Okay.
Headboard saying she gets in office, she's going to change things. Headboard Harris, is that what they're calling her? Oh my word! If she gets in office,
I don't have anything bad to say about her. I heard some stuff about her. I wonder if it's true. I don't know.
Hey, they say she slept her way to the top. Didn't Donald Trump's wife sleep her way to the top? She wasn't. She wasn't a billionaire before she met him. So
she was doing what she had to do.
They're doing. Everybody does what they got to do out here. I wish I could sleep my way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just imagine, I could be a billionaire. All I got to do is find the right old lady, the right spinster. Hey, Black Dragon, you want to give me some? Do I get $1 billion?
A little bit. It's not that. It's not that easy for us, man.
It's not that easy for us.
It ain't that easy for us.
No, sir. Yes, and we wouldn't vote for Ivanka either. Welcome to the patriarchy, says Mike Ball. He said, yes, she slept her way to the top. We wouldn't vote for her ass either. Oh, my goodness. Y'all wouldn't vote for Ivanka? Melania was an immigrant just like her parents, and they gained citizenship while Trump was in office. But I digress. Oh, I didn't mean to start. No, we're not. Hey, we're out of here. We're not fixing to start that. Somebody said, I thought the Trump Reaper said, I thought Ivanka was a mail order bride. Did I started that? Did I start that? I think I did. So, all right, man. Till tomorrow, 2 hours on this thing. We should be shot, man.
Hey, one thing about it, if they're not watching live, I'm not sure that somebody's going to watch this entire show later.
So what happened yesterday is I had 5 people, 3 or 4 or 5 people come on and say, I watched the whole thing. And they made sure to make those comments. So if you guys watch the whole thing, please let us know. I'm Black Dragon. You got anything to say before you get out of here? I'm
no, man. Listen, man.
On this long.
Look, man. Great support to all the social clubs out there. No. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
I'm not with him.
Shake it fast, but watch yourself. Show me what y'all working with as a club.
Take care, Lavish. Have a good day. And I'm Black Dragon, man. I want to thank you all for tuning in. We had a whole long show today, man. I don't know if anybody's going to watch it except my people that watch us every day, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Mike Ball, Frank Samatera, Carnage Ride, Pablo Sluggo, C. Wands, Corey, Jason J, B4K1 Wild, all you guys, Mike Ball, the Gonzaga Lifestyle, Frederick Fame, Ghost Eagle, Guardian, all my people that are here with me every day, Josh X, all you guys. I see you all, man. Vernon, Bolo, all you guys, man. And thank you, Lavish, for all you've done. Thank you for my new subscribers. Hey, you can get us Monday through Friday, Black Dragon Biker TV. Tonight's Bike Night here at the Dragon's Lair. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. I would love to hear your 2 cents down in the comment section below. Hey, man, thank you all for tuning in, and get skinny.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Ro? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the second is volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG. Bonafide, certified, a true MC. The Biker Boys. The Biker Boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon, Black Savage, MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon's Biker TV at its best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.